Yeah. Here we are with the next chapter of the Yok Huy Reputation. We're going to be getting it to the next reputation level here, and seeing where the story continues. Last time, we helped recruit a stonemason and built a place where they can make their own stones and stonework out in the reputation area, out by the shrine. We had to the stonemason lead worker had gotten attacked by the snow spirits and thought it was too dangerous and sort of ran off. So I had to sort of encourage him to let him know that, like, these snow spirits are going to be dangerous for everybody, and that's why we're doing this work, so that, we don't have to worry about other people don't have to worry about the snow spirits becoming dangerous. So we're doing it for everybody here in Erkopacha. And so we managed to encourage him to go back to work, and that if he needed to, if he was attacked by snow spirits again, to flee to the safety of the warmth, the gathering area where others would be, and hopefully he'd be able to get through with his work. And so, we also got a little bit more of a tale about the priestess that used to be by this shrine, Farafar's friend. We got to hear a tale of her from Farafar, and she said that it hardened her to tell that tale, because in a way, telling the tale lets her friend have an effect on the present. Sort of a Yok Huy belief way. Can't the specifics of the tale. I think we learned that, like, she was even though her friend was young, last time she spoke with Farafar, she said she was going to look for an apprentice, but fell to an accident on the way back. She joked that it could have been Farafar, and now Farafar is sort of like taken it on herself to act as the next person. I don't think that's exactly what the tale was. I can't quite remember. Anyway, let's keep going here. Buried memories. Oh, some corn or whatever that's growing. I think they do grow corn, like, over down by the fields. Farafar would send someone into Warlord's Echo. Kilwyn, what perfect timing. I was just about to make my way up the mountain. But now that you are here, there is a small but vital task I would entrust to you. Alright, nod. You see, we are currently in the process of restoring a larder Dartorgor, that's her friend, used to store not only foodstuff, but apparently also ceremonial offerings used during the pact. Okay, there were ceremonial offerings. Okay. We found many different food items when we uncovered its ruins, but as of yet, we have no way of knowing which were for eating and which were used as offerings. There is a merchant in Warlord's Echo by the name of Kobola, with whom Dartorgor often had dealings. I thought perhaps he might know if any of the wares she traded were used in the ritual. I would send one of our own to seek him out, but every pair of hands is busy clearing out the remaining snow. I was just about to join them, in fact. Dartorgor's living sepulchre has yet to be found, after all. Yeah, no, Yok Huy believes the sort of like the tombstone where they record the deeds of the person, that their memory might live on, and therefore they will continue to live in that way. That's why it's the living sepulchre. That leaves you to speak with the merchant on our behalf. A much less laborious task than the one that awaits me, I promise. Can you do this for us? Of course. Leave it to me, Just Pat. Thank you, Kelwin. Remember, the merchant's name is Grabula. I hope his knowledge can aid us. Me too. Oh, hey, Biz. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Check the Discord. Oh, jeez, it's loud. Oh, Jesus. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. All right, we were looking up this beastie beforehand. This video... Sorry for blasting everyone's ears there for a second. The video was loud as fuck. Is a cat. Brings over the snake toy. Wants the snake right next to it. The cat is a social eater. There are some cats that like eating when somebody else is around. Social eating cats. Anyway, that's adorable. That's adorable. All right, let's keep on going here. All right, here they are, Kabuler. Hold on, I feel like I maybe kept the volume on from last time. We'll keep this. I did turn it up when we were AFK and listening to the Reputation music. All right. Torgor from the mountain. Ah, yes, I remember her. We would trade on occasion. Though she never mentioned this pact you speak of. Thinking back, however, it does shine a new light on one peculiar aspect of our dealings. I do like this music, though, this little upbeat music. As I recall, she would usually ask for an assortment of dried meats and seasoning. The types of food that would last. Such items as would be difficult to come by in those snowy peaks. Nothing peculiar about that, to be sure, but the tender she used was unusual. You see, she traded me corn and corn seeds, which she claimed to grow herself. Oh, so maybe the items in the food storage were for food, but the corn was an offering because it was fresh? Quite the strange crop for such frigid clime, right? Well, she said it was a singular type, bred over generations to withstand the freezing weather. Of course, I couldn't deny such an uncommon opportunity. Interesting. Different variety of corn. But I took one bite of the corn and regretted the choice straight away. Ha! It was bad tasting corn. Still, I figured I could sell it as feed or process it into something usable. So I accepted her produce whenever she visited. Into feed? As feed for what? Do they have beasts of burden here in Yok Huy lands? So I accepted her produce whenever she visited. Torgor seemed to have a hard life up on the mountain, so I was happy to provide her with what she needed. One time I suggested that growing something else besides inedible corn might solve her food problems. What do you think she said to that? Yeah, I guess if she could grow something else up there. She said, My order took great care in cultivating it to match the taste of our dear friends. Okay, so it's inedible corn to them, but it tastes great to the snow spirits, I guess? Considering she lived alone, I wasn't quite sure what she meant, but she was so earnest in her answer, I decided not to press further. Her order, so then the friends being the snow spirit friends. But now the pieces are falling into place. I gather this corn has something to do with your ritual. Yeah, offering to the snow spirits, it seems. You know, I've been wanting to meet Farafar and her Hands of Zigorte for some time. Allow me to accompany you up the mountain. Yeah, come join us, learn more about the ritual stuff that apparently not a lot of Yok Huy knew about. Word of work being done on Zigorte has reached us here in Warlord's Echo, and I've wondered how I could contribute. Now's my chance to find out. Hell yeah, dude. Get on in here. Let's go. Back to the reputation area. So I imagine this is the area. This is the area they've been digging out. So yeah, this is where we're gonna have a food storage area. Maybe even cornfields. Here we are. All right, Farafar. I admit, I was quite surprised when I sighted Kurbulur emerge from the passage. Still, he is more than welcome, and I have let him know all about the challenges we face. Tireless Hand, hey, what's up? Is this a friend of yours? And then I feel like is this a friend of yours, Kelwyn? Listen, we might talk to them again. Yeah, he's my new friend, and also he traded with Farafar's friend, whose name I always forget. All right, Kurbulur, let's go. There you are, Kelwyn. Farafar here might be young, but she takes to leading naturally. I am impressed by how much progress everyone's made so far. Yeah, we got the sitting area, warmth or whatever. Reconstruct sitting area. I guess like they have beds in there too, so the resting area. And then the stonemasonry area up and running. Up he is talking again, alright. Most of the others are resting now, but Farafar had us clearing snow all day long. I can barely lift my arms. Yeah, a lot of snow from the avalanche that wrecked this place. A hard day's work deserves a hearty reward, wouldn't you agree? I'll treat you to some of my most delicious wares when this is done. He trades in food. By the way, Farafar, do you have any insight as to what Torgor was referring to before? Those dear friends she and the others grew the corn for. Oh, we didn't tell this guy right away? It's the snow spirits, no duh. She must have meant the snow spirits. The corn must have been a crucial part of the ritual. Given that it was grown and harvested amongst the snow, it would make sense that the spirits would have a taste for it. I suppose the larder housed a healthy stock of the crop. Even so, I fail to see how anyone, a spirit or no, could eat that stuff. Perhaps the caretakers processed it somehow before making an offering. I don't know, man. Spirits could be into weird shit. I would accept it, but maybe it's processed somehow. Without knowing their technique, however, going it may not be the wisest path. Well, I mean, I think we should grow it anyway if she traded to you like the way it was. Oh, sorry to interrupt, but I've been meaning to mention the large stone we found buried into the snow. The carvings were quite distinct. Oh, it's the living sepulchre? Are you saying you found a sepulchre? Torgor's living sepulchre? If it is indeed the stone we've been searching for, then it should hold all the answers we need. The way forward is clear. We finish shoveling the rest of the snow. If only it was so simple. The snow around the stone is frozen solid. Maybe ice picks could help us free it. Alright, time to make some ice picks. Is that what we're saying? With tools like that, we risk damaging the stone, thus losing forever the precious stories carved into it. As of now, we lack the means to remove it cleanly from the ice. I know, melt the ice maybe. Kelwyn, could you return with me to shelter? The tools we need require a deft hand to craft, and I cannot make them alone. All right. Much appreciated. Then let our focus be on seeing the sepulchre safely rescued. In the meantime, the others should continue their work on the larder. Remember to give yourselves time to rest every once in a while. Since I am already here, I may as well stay a while and help. Let's see if young Farafar has a place for me. Hell yeah, friend. I'll have the ladder back in shape before you know it. You two do what you need to get that stone free from the snow. Alright, alright, alright. Back outside we go. All right, Frafar. If my intuition is correct, Torgor's sepulchre will contain details on the offering. And well, I would like it uncovered as quickly as possible. The task must be attended to with care. Which is why I would entrust no one else with crafting the tools we require. You are not one to disappoint after all. No, we're pretty good. We are pretty good craftsmen. Brushes will help us clear away the snow so we can more easily see the hard ice underneath. Can I trust you to make them for us? Snow brushes, got it. Like brushing off snow for car. Fertar will keep you stocked with all the supplies you need. Good luck, Kelwyn, although I know you need it not. All right, so let's set about crafting then. Also, busy said Luna, guess what you've been doing for the past days? I don't know what. Playing a video game of some capacity or something else. Let me see. Side quests. Yok Huy ice removal tools. up. Alright, we only need one. There we go. Boom shakalaka. Have you finished already? Good, good. May I have a look? Dun, da, da, da. As I said, you do not disappoint. These will certainly help us free the sepulchre from that stubborn ice. With work on the larder going well, our goal feels so close at hand. I want to rush headlong to the end, but I know haste will only set us back. Alright, dude, there we go. They cleared all the snow off from the larder. Descend to the mountain. Beautiful, is it not? Despite his age, Kabula may have hauled more snow than the rest of us combined. Dude, way to go, Kabula. Oh, he's even got some ice crystals over in here. Having a place to store our daily foodstuffs will certainly make our lives easier. Of course, we also intend to devote space to the cold-resistant corn after we can grow and harvest it. I hear the others have already found a plot for cornfields, so the larder may become crowded soon enough. I only hope we can figure out exactly how the plant fits into the ritual. Oh, is that the living sepulchre over here? Got the glowstone spit back into it. Managed to unice it. I have missed you, Dawntrail. Although it may take time, I promise to read every single word you left us. I always enjoyed the wisdom and wit of your conversation, and now I have been blessed to speak with you again. Oh, that's great sentiment. Nothing could make me happier. Deciphering the story of Dawntrail and the spirits will take time, so please be patient. It seems I must consult the surrounding stonework to glean its whole meaning. Oh, okay, right. Is that complicated? Okay. The High Larder has been restored, giving the Yok Huy a place to store their food. Dawntrail's living sepulchre may hold the secrets to the pact, but there is yet work to be done until it is deciphered. Alright, there we go. We've achieved respected reputation with the hands of Zagorte. Continue working with the Yok Huy to deepen your relationship. Alright, we're gonna get our bonus quests and more materials. Alright, Farafar? Dawntrail's living sepulchre has revealed to me a part of her that even I never knew. Oh, okay, we'll be interested to see what that means from there. Let's also check the new stuff we may have gotten. Okay, wind up Yok Huy. A little minion. Let's see. It says, gazes out into eternity with eyes unblinking. Big unblinking eyes. There we go. It says, with the cooperation of the Pelopelu, their business-minded neighbors, the Yok Huy produced a series of this mammoth as souvenir for visitors to Zagorte the Open-Armed, boasting they're already accepting visitors. All right, boasting nimble movement and ordinarily unseen on their stout physique. It has also proven popular amongst the Yok Huy themselves. You'll soon come face to face, or rather face to knee, with those enormous Yok Huy alpha now. Look at them. They're just little guys. Alright. Also, Biz, you said you were playing the new Pokemon game. Oh, really? You picked up the new Pokemon game? That's unexpected. Considering I didn't know you enjoyed Pokemon at all. Yeah, I did see you posting the map. It all being one model or whatever that you said. The only positive thing that you saw is the fact that the game very rarely drops FPS. Okay. You didn't pay for it, you just have access to it? Oh, you pirated it? Okay. Oh no, you didn't pirate it? Someone else bought it. Okay, so you've been playing it on someone else's Switch. Okay, that makes more sense to me now. So just like, I didn't know you enjoyed Pokemon at all. So, you know, like don't get me wrong. There's been a lot of rightful critiques about the Pokemon games or whatever have you like that. Especially their, you know, lack of polish. Or whatever have you, but most people are just like, you know, more Pokemon. People like Pokemon, the Pokemon games in general, but, you know. So there's definitely, you know, there's been a little bit of that, and I feel like probably the, from what we've seen of the, of Pokemon Legends ZA, it doesn't seem like that has been changing too much. But at the same time, for somebody who doesn't, I don't know if you've enjoyed Pokemon in general in the first place. I feel like if you don't enjoy a game to begin with, the critique is probably, whatever critique you have is probably going to be harsh, because just like, if you don't enjoy the game in the first place, it's going to be like, well, yeah, that makes sense that you wouldn't like it, right? Looks so bad, so flat, and the animation is so bad, and the battle system is very weird, but at least FPS per stable. Well, they're, like with Legends ZA, they're doing a little bit something different with the battle system. It's obviously not going to be a mainstay for the Pokemon series, because just like the Legends ZA did, it's just like something that changes it up a little bit, like a battle gimmick for this particular game. Because it's the Legends Arceus did something similar with a priority system battling. Instead of a back and forth, you could use different priority moves to basically get 2 turns in, or like a harder hitting move, but that would mean you would have to miss a turn or whatever, things like that. It was definitely an interesting system, and then they're doing something similar with the move the Pokemon around kind of deal. You did the pixel versions, the one back in time, I see. So enjoy the Pokemons in general. But obviously, what was the last one you played then? Also, yeah, let us continue here and do this round of dailies. So this is the one where we craft something for the Pelopelu merchant. This is the one where we get the glowstone from the person. This is the one where we make the hand warmers. These are ones we've done before. And then this is the new round of the dailies. Larder for the long term. Ryuger is concerned about storage conditions in the larder.
There is little fear that food will rot in the chilly mountain air, but keeping provisions unspoiled for the long term calls for even colder temperatures. This is why we store things in a proper larder. Storage methods also vary by foodstuff, and with some needing to be kept in boxes or sacks, often with a regularly replenished stock of drying agents. As our food supply grows, however, we find ourselves running short of these storage necessities. Should you happen to be bereft of a meaningful task, I am certain Shahorka would welcome your crafting experience on the mountain top.
And then, table for too few. Ryager is troubled by lack of tableware.
The larder is rebuilt and our food is plentiful. Our stock of food is plentiful, which should allow us to provide everyone with regular meals. It would seem, however, that the avalanche's destruction has left us little in the way of tableware to serve them in. As things stand, we're having to snatch away plates before someone has even swallowed their last bite, so we can serve the next person waiting. Might you lend us your skill again and craft us a way out of this quandary? Shahorka will have all the materials you require.
And then lastly, I want to trade my icicle. Interesting. Ryager is looking for a fleet-footed volunteer.
Ah, Kelvin, you may be just the volunteer I was looking for. The restoration efforts require a modest sum of coin, you see, and after considering our situation, a merchant friend was adamant he could find a demand for ice formed from the mountain spring water. Interesting. The arrangement has us carrying the ice down the slope to our peddler acquaintance, who then sells it in the city.
Okay, interesting. They're selling spring mountain ice, I guess?
Every step of the journey must be swift, however, lest the precious cargo begin to melt, and our plodding gait is simply too slow. Would you mind making the delivery in our stead? Make your way to the back of the high larder, and our ice harvester will break off the largest piece you can carry.
Okay, we're doing a delivery mission. Alright, also Ryager, do you have anything else to say?
The larder has been a great improvement to our lives here. We Yok Huy have hearty appetites to sustain our large bodies, so I suspect there will be plenty of upkeep going forward.
Alright. Biz, you said, I just don't like when the entire game industry evolves very fast and Pokemon games are stuck in PS1 era. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people can agree to that. Sun and Moon, X and Y, you don't remember which one you liked more, but you played a lot of them when you were younger. Oh, hell yeah. I really enjoyed Sun and Moon. Obviously, I'm replaying one of them as a Pokemon Sun as a Nuzlocke right now, and it's definitely a fun gen. X and Y do good stuff too, yeah. Mainly because you could play it in a bus or train, yeah. I definitely feel that with the handhelds, the handheld games. I mean, nowadays the Switch also goes handheld, but you know, it's not the same as having something a little bit smaller. There's a PF up for all DPS, one healer, Arcveld Extreme. Oh, interesting. No tanks, one healer. I mean, with the potions, it's certainly doable. I don't know how much a lack of having a tank does, having the tank, but yeah, with the potions, you can probably certainly one heal it. All right, let's see. Let's do some of the ones that we've already done the stuff for first, and then we'll do the new ones. So this is the Pelu Pelu merchant who asks us to craft something in exchange for supplies. Okay, this time they were asking for the wall decorations again. And we need 3 of these, so 2 more here. Hyper mid tank towers, interesting. Oh yeah, I guess if they have no tanks, then some people would definitely either have to sack themselves or I guess hyper mid the tank towers. Because yeah, I was thinking like, what's the tank specific mechanics that happened in that fight? Yeah, I guess the only one I'm thinking of right now is the tank towers. The fact that they're bigger than the other towers. They're probably running a shield healer then. It's just the towers for tank mechanics, yeah. Alright, there we go. And then we gotta go get the glowstone. And then all the other ones will be inside the reputation area. Yeah, they're running a sage. Yeah, I figured probably the shield healer if they're wanting like all the extra mid and stuff like that for the people in the towers. A shield healer probably has more options to them. All right, let's see. Let's talk to this person over here first for the hand warmer one that we've done before. And then I think this is warmth necessities. No. No, sorry, hand warmer components. There we go. There we go. And once again, we need to make 3 of these, so 2 more to go here. So I should probably use that proc. Oh well. Oh, there we go. We get another proc. I think Scholar would work well personally. Xcog one person, the other just Giga Shield. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Sage just have its options for stuff as well. Either Sam or Reaper wouldn't be too bad to take the towers. Yeah, they have their own shields and stuff. Up, hold on. We need to make 1 more of those. Up, hold on. 1 more. All right, there we go. All right, so those are all the old ones, and these are going to be the new dailies that we haven't done yet. So I believe we're talking to Horkor for a couple things here. We're talking to them about the silverware and the this one, about the storage conditions in the larder. All right. larder for the long term.
Ah, you help with the larder, are you? Perfect. I have all the crafting material required for shoring up our dwindling storage supplies.
But yeah, for keeping things dry and stuff.
Speaking of which, my task for you today is to fashion some sturdy leather sacks. Please do not hesitate to ask should you need anything else to get the job done. Once you have the new storage supplies in hand, please head across the way and deliver them to the larder master.
Alright, and then...
Ah, our savior has come. Savior. Carving out some durable wooden crockery should be no trouble for an artisan of your caliber, yes. My material stores are at your disposal. Once you've crafted the tableware supplies we need.
I wonder if it's wooden crockery, only because I'm on carpenter, or if it would be something else if it was on a different class. I don't think it has class dependent dialogue. It would if we were on, like, the guy that reputation, the dialogue and what you're looking for is a little bit different depending on your botany fisher or miner, but you know, like, there's so many crafters that I don't think they would.
Please deliver them to the kitchen master. You should find him over by the entrance to the larder.
All right. Let's see. So let's start with the what do we need here? Hold on. Store tableware supplies. Stonemasonry tools, Yok Huy handcrafts, visitor staff. Tonawan and cookware. Oh, here we go. Tableware supplies. Oh wow, we need 4 of these. Okay. Normally it's just the, you know, the typical 3. Oh shit, I should have used that proc. It was an excellent proc too. Oh well. Doesn't matter. These aren't difficult crafts in any capacity. All right. So basically said, Luna, have you checked the videos? Yeah, the ones that you linked and stuff like that. The one that was talking about the Duet Night Abyss Margie character. It's the same voice actor as Taro. Yeah, you definitely hear it. Obviously, her voice is just listening to her voices. Yeah, the obviously the Taro stuff. And then the other trailer for like the other Duet Night Abyss character. I was very confused by that trailer for a second because it was her in like an old Western style, like a shootout or something like that. And then I was just like, oh, she's like a classic Western-y type of character. And then it was like, cut! And then it turned out to be like a movie scene or something like that. And I was just like, oh, okay, that threw me off or whatever have you like that. And then it showed her doing all sorts of other jobs, but in a very like stylistic way. Like there was a lot of scenes where I was just like, what the heck is going on? Like where we showed the coin and like somebody holding like the barrels and stuff like that and her running across like the abstract landscape. And I was just like, what the heck's going on here? But I think I get it. Her whole deal is that she does a bunch of odd jobs and stuff like that. And she's also a bounty hunter in some way, or like one of the characters like, time to do your real job. You have to do this trader or something like that. And then she's using all the funds that she gathers from all these odd jobs to run like what looked like an orphanage. So interesting character. Slightly confusing trailer. Slightly confusing trailer, but yeah. Let me see. And then bringing this all over here. We didn't get to check out the inside of this area after we made it. It's just sort of is just these bunch of ice crystals. Oh, Caburler's here.
Greetings, Kelwyn. I am always glad when you stop by to view our progress. The larder has proven invaluable to us. Having a place to store our food means fewer trips hauling. He refers to us as we now. He's in. Fewer trips hauling heavy loads up the mountain. If only we knew what the unsavory corn is for. Well, I'm certain Varafa will figure that out in time.
He's helping with the food stock here, since he's the food merchant. All right, let's see. And then we are making... We made the tableware supplies. And then we need the storage supplies. It did say leather sack, so... since we picked it up as carpenter, we can hand it on carpenter, but... For the sake of immersion, let's we can craft it on leatherworker. I mean, when we have all of the stuff leveled up, might as well. All right, so let's see. This is storage supplies. So basically said, can't wait to play DNA. Hope it will be a good game. Hell yeah. Yeah, hopefully it does turn out to be good for all the people that are looking forward to playing it. When is it set to be released again? Oh, this month. You see, hold on. When exactly is the 28th? Okay, so a couple weeks away. Nice. Yeah, I hope people looking forward to it enjoy it. Hell yeah. All right, there we go. That's the last of those. Let's hand these in now. Another icicle for the market. You might need... Oh, right, this is... Sorry, we're not handing these in. This is the icicle one. You might need a lighter one than usual. Yeah, considering the giants are hoisting this stuff. Okay, hold on. Maybe I shouldn't have done this one. Here you go, a freshly harvested hunk of ice made from mountain spring water. Hurry this down the slope to Solace, and you should find our peddler friend waiting by the road to Kozmauka. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to give us like a timed run with the thing. The ice forms in the larder in large quantities, but I'm told city people pay good money for even the smallest shard. Best to get that icicle to the peddler while there's something left of it to sell. Alright, and then the lard master.
Please tell me you've come with solutions to our storage woes.
Yes, we have. There you go.
Yes, these will be of considerable help. The thought of our foodstuffs languishing in an ill-prepared larder was an almost physical pain. Should we have need of more storage supplies, I hope we can turn to you again. My thanks to you and to Viagra for sending you my way. Mealtime would be a sad affair indeed should our victuals suffer from being poorly stored. Please let Viagra know that the larder is in good shape.
All right, and then we have the kitchen master over here that we're handing the tableware supplies to.
Yes, what is it? Mealtime is swift approaching, and there's a pile of dirty dishes that requires my attention.
Yeah, here's some more tableware.
Oh, merciful fate. Oh, merciful fate. This will spare me from having to wash everything the moment our diners gobble their last morsel. Your contributions are much appreciated. After all, we want our workers to enjoy their meals, and indeed, each other's company, without feeling rushed or needing to wait their turn at the table. When you see Viaga, tell him he needs to eat too. No one goes hungry on my watch.
Good fellow. A good fellow. The parental type. They need to eat. Making sure all the kids are eating out here. All right, and now... Oh, wait, hold on. We gotta go deliver the ice. Perishable peddler. Ah, you brought the Yok Huy ice down the mountain, have you? Freshly harvested. Minimum delay. Yes, this is quite exquisite, so clear, so beautiful. But as much as I'd like to stand here yapping about the various and lucrative applications of frozen mountain spring water in the culinarian field, I really must trot this over to Tuliola right away. Yes, it is the culinarian field. Thank you for the fleet food delivery, and please let Viragar know I'll bring him his share of profits upon my return. Alright. And now we can hand all these in to Viragar. Dun, dun, dun. So these are ones that we've already done before. And these ones in first. And then, all right. Larder for the long term.
Living on an icy mountainside means relying on food shipments from below, but the climb is such that we must plan for infrequent resupplies. Should we allow our larders ware to spoil, our bellies would be in for a difficult spell. That is why the larder master and his helpers are so serious about foodstuff storage.
Yeah, you don't want to waste food.
It seems he was well pleased with your contributions, however, so I hope you consider lending us your crafting skills again, should the need arise.
Alright, and then table for 2 few.
We are in your debt yet again. It may well have seemed a trivial request, but being able to relax is also an important part of a meal.
Hell yeah, man. Non-trivial quest. Make sure everybody has a plate.
The kitchen master demands I come to the table, does he? Well, perhaps I will stop by soon and take a bowl of one of his tasty stews. The restoration work can be exhausting, but many have remarked upon the satisfaction they feel as Zigorte the Open-Armed returns to its former glory.
Hell yeah.
I too am finding much to savor as we labor and toil and break bread together in this common cause.
Always nice to see something restored. And then lastly, I want to trade my icicle, the quest line. That quest, I mean, little
Thank you for seeing the icicle safely into the peddler's hands. I imagine our patrons in Tuliolol will be grateful for this new shipment as well. Ordinary ice can be created through magics, of course, but when it comes to creating frozen dishes, I am given to understand that the gentle flavor of our natural spring water is highly coveted. In any case, we are fortunate to have this arrangement in place. I can only hope that the ice remains popular until we have completed work on the restorations.
I'm sure it will. For food supply, then yeah, that'll be a constant demand. All right. So yeah, that was the current chapter of the Yok Huy Reputation, and we will be continuing this next time when we get it up to the next level and see where the story goes from here.